and 65. X is equal to 3. Now, 3 is less than or equal to 4. S is equal to S plus L of 3. S value is, latest S value is 65. 65 plus L of 3. L of 3 is 50. And you are going to get the 115. Next, X value will become the 4. 4 is less than or equal to 4. S value is equal to S plus L of 4. And that is nothing but 115 plus L of 4. L of 4 is 25. So which is equal to 140. And X value will become the 5. This is the latest S value. And 5 is less than or equal to 4. Condition phase, it comes out of the loop. Now each time it has to be printed the S. Every time I'm asking to print S means every time the S value will be printed. Whatever the S value is there, the S value will be printed every time. So each time the S value is, first time S value is 10, 25, 65, 115 and 140. So first time is 10, the total is 10. Second time is 25, third time is 65, followed by 115, followed by 140. So like this, it is going to work. Step by step procedure is this one. In the back end, it is going to happen like this. So just you are going to add the sum of the values in the given list. Sir, why we have to do this one? Because tomorrow, whatever the data we are going to work in our real life, we are going to get the real-time data like this. Multiple values will be there. So here the data is in the column or the data is in the row. Logic will remain same. First, we are going to extract this value and for that sum will be added. Next, this value, sum will be added, everything. Now, when we are going to get the data in this way, columns, some column names are there, like example, marks, 90, 80, 60, 85, 95, something you are having like this. Marks is the column and each student, what are the marks we are having. Now, in Python, in the future, assume this is the table. The table name is T. This is the table. In that one of the column name is marks. In the T of marks, table name is T and inside that column name is marks. And simply we are going to apply the dot sum like this. And when we apply the dot sum, it is going to give the output. But what is the code behind that? What is the code behind the sum? Sum is the main function which we are going to use for the multiple times. Sum and mean, these are the various functions which we are going to use. And all these functions are going to work based on the concept whatever we are discussing right now. Is the point is clear? So this is the code which we are going to have in the future. Ignore. Right now, ignore that. Just what are the list of values are provided, you have to do the sum. Okay, if it is product, instead of sum, if it is product, then you have to do the 10 into 15. What are the value you have got? That value should be multiplied with the 40. That value has to be multiplied with the 50 and that value should be multiplied with the 25. Then how you are going to do this one? Means the initialization, instead of sum is equal to 0, you are going to have the product is equal to 1. And here instead of adding, you are going to multiply. And initial product is going to be 1. Initial sum will be always 0. The first whatever we are writing here, S is equal to 0. This one we call it as initialization. This is called as initialization. Is the point is clear? So S is equal to 0, whatever we have written is called as initialization. Remaining things is the program. From here to here it is the program. That is the first number. Is the point is clear, guys, everyone? Now, write a program to do the sum of the values, sum of 5 values. Sum of 5 values from the user input. Means user is going to provide 5 values. What are those 5 values? Let's take an example like this. Yes, here, as one of the student is asking, instead of keeping the x is less than or equal to 4, simply can't we write like this? Okay, x is less than length of L. Length of L means automatically it will only take the total number of values and it will only apply the logic of that. Okay, in that case, you have to take the less than or equal to, because last number should not be included because starting number is 0. If you want to write the first number, then you have to write here 1. So here I am writing the 0 means the last one should not be included. Here, what is the length of S? 5. So here 0 is less than 5, 1 is less than 5, 2 is less than 5, 3 is less than 5, 4 is less than 5. Then only L of 0, L of 1, L of 2, L of 3 and L of 4 you are going to have. For example, if you take the 5 is less than or equal to 5, L of 5 also will come and it will throw the index error. If you write equal to symbol for this, for example, without equal to, what is the answer? Same answer. If I add the equal to symbol, what happens? Index error I am going to get, because x value whenever it is equal to 5, length is also equal to 5, L of 5 will not be there and it is going to give the index error. Is the point is clear, guys, everyone? So make sure that whenever you are using the length function, it is always 1 should be less. Is the point is clear? Sir, generally, this is the best option or less than or equal to length of L minus 1. Length of L minus 1. This also we can write. Multiple options are there, guys. In the Python, what one advantage or one disadvantage? Advantage is there, disadvantage is there, based upon your inner feeling. Advantage is multiple options. Multiple options is the point. Whether this multiple options is a advantage or disadvantage means, if you take as an advantage, it will come as an advantage. For the by-hearting people, it will come as a disadvantage, because multiple options will be there now. Which one they have to by-heart, they'll forget. So simple. Here you can simply go with the, whenever you are using the index numbers, always we have to remember starting index number is 0, end index number is always the length minus 1. That is the last number of index position in the positive indexing. Coming to the negative indexing, starts with the minus 1 to minus length of L. In the reverse direction, it is minus 1 to minus length of L. In the positive direction, it is 0 to length of L minus 1. That is the last index number. Okay. Now come to the next question. Write a program to sum of 5 values from user input. Not for user input, from user input. Whatever the user has inputted, okay, you have to give the sum of that 5 values. So for example, n is equal to input of enter the number. I'm asking the user to enter the number in the input function. The number can be either int or the number can be either float. Now, should I write here outside float or int or eval? Which is best? Always blindly, eval is always best. It will only take according to the input. No, sir. The person has to give either int or float only. I will write clearly myself as the float, means write float also, not a problem. If you write eval, it will take according to the input. Whatever the input was given, it will only take according to that and it will calculate. Now, so here the user is going to provide the input. But how many times you have to ask the user to give the input value? 5 times. That was given in the question. So for 5 times, what we have to write above? X is equal to 1 while x is less than or equal to 5 and x is equal to x plus 1. So now automatically this code will be repeated how many times? 5 times. Okay, 5 times the code will be repeated. Simple. Okay. Abhishek, whenever the see here eval is used only for the non-strings. Input function is used only for the strings. Whenever the user is going to provide the string, it is input function. Other than strings, it is eval. Other than string. It should not be the string. Other than string. Because eval will remove the quotes. Whatever the input function will add the quotes. Okay, whatever you have written in the input function will add the quote like this. Okay, so whenever you write something, for example, s is equal to input function. Simply I am writing the input function like this. Enter the number, enter the value, whatever it is. Okay, something I am asking to enter. Whenever the person enters something, whether it is 10 he has entered. Now s is equal to quote. Whether the person has entered in the input function, he has entered 10.5. Now what is the S value? String 10.5. In the input function, he has written the true. What happens? S will become the string true. Inside the input function, if the person has written list of 1, 2, 3, S value will become the string of bracket 1, 2, 3. It is one character. Okay, each of them is one character. In the input function, you can write the list also, you can write anything. Okay, inside the input function, if the person has written SRK, S is equal to SRK. Now, what eval will do? But the moment we write the eval, it will remove the quotes. Now, what is the S value? 10. S value is 10.5. S value is true, that is Boolean. S value is string list 1, 2, 3. S value is variable SRK. If already the variable SRK is available, that will be assigned to S. If it is not available, it will throw the name array. Now, what is the S value? SRK. What is this SRK? Variable name SRK. What is this one is called as? String SRK. Without this one, variable SRK. In the variable already SRK is available, means that value will be automatically assigned to the S. If that variable is not there, right side variable is not there, it will throw the name error. Simple. Is the point is clear? Input function will add the quotes, eval function will remove the quotes. Right? Now, so, sir, by mistake, if he enters, will it be a good idea to use int in this case? For example, he enters something also, int will throw the error only now. So that we call it as next programs. Whatever we are going to discuss in the sequential order, we'll see that. Okay, Abhishek. Now, so instead of taking here int, instead of writing here float, instead of writing bool, or instead of writing the list, instead of that, if you write eval, it will only take accordingly. It will take accordingly. For example, I have written 10.2. Okay, input function is 10.2. I have given outside is int is there. I have provided 10.2. Now 10.2 int. This is string. For string 10.2, when it is converted to int, it will throw the error. If you write outside the int, this is going to be a problem. He can't enter the float value. Okay. He can't enter the float value. Point is clear? User need to handle this one in the type. That no need to go with that HTML. Even here also we are having the exceptional handling. That is the next concept. If something the user has provided wrongly, immediately the program should be taken in such a way, any error is there, it has to go into that error and it has to say that invalid input as the output. For example, in the website, this is the website, assume. In this age, they have given something and they asked it to fill. Here I have filled, written the, what is your age means, I have written the age is Siva. And here there is an option called as submit. I am clicking on the submit button. Submit will not accept. Why submit will not accept means, it will show that some error, it should be in the number format only. Please enter some number. It will show that you have not entered in the number. So that is the reason submit button is not accepting. Though you click also, immediately it will show in the red color, this one, in the website. That code, we are going to write that code. This one has to be printed like this means, if we call it as exceptional handling. No sir, this one no need to print. Okay, without printing, this should not work means that is HTML. By taking this one also, it has to add. It has to add automatically, even the age, Siva has to be added automatically in the database means, then it should not be given like this. Then blindly whatever was given, that is different. Based on the requirement, multiple concepts, it's a combination. Finally, when you are going to do the project, it's a combination of multiple concepts. And with a single concept, you will not do the projects. Right, guys? Now, here, what is the question? Write a program, okay, to ask the 5 values from the user. 5 values it will ask from the user. But what is my requirement? To do the sum of it. How to do the sum of it? Sum is equal to sum plus n. Fix. Whenever you want the sum, always this is the fix. S is equal to S plus N. Whenever they ask the product, product is equal to product into N. The initial product should be 1. Initial sum should be 0. The initial sum. Now, initialization, we are going to do inside or outside? Outside. Why you have to do outside? Because one time only initialization has to be done. Otherwise, what happens if you write inside, every time the S value will become the 0, every time the new number will be added. Old sum will not be stored. Because every time freshly you are asking, take the fresh sum as 0. So this has to be selected outside. S is equal to 0. Now we are going to write the here print the sum. Every time I am asking to print the sum also. Let me write the sum like this and comma yes. Okay. Now let me execute. First it is asking the first number. I am entering the first number as 15. Now what is the sum? 15. That is the first number. Second number 25. What is the sum? 40. Next number is 100. Now what is the sum? 40 plus 100, 140. Next time I am entering 60. 200. Next time I am entering the 25. 25. 5 times completed. Now next program is ask the user to enter the values and do the sum of it. He may enter 1 value, he may enter 10 values. Like your calculator. In the calculator, we may enter 2 values, and if you click on the sum, it will display up to that. After that, one more time, if you click on the plus symbol, it will continue. Again, it will continue. Like that, how many times it will ask? Infinite times, no restriction. So here, I am not going to give the sum of values only, not 5 values or 4 values. Now, how we are going to do in this case? Very simple. Again, we'll start with this one only. Enter the number. I'm going to ask the enter the number. How many times it has to be entered? Multiple times. For multiple times, what we have to write? While true. Whenever we write here while true, automatically we require the break. Otherwise, it will not break. So it will ask the user to enter, where it has to break. So here we are going to write if n value is equal to hash, then break it. We are going to write something like this. Now, how the user knows that we have to enter hash only? He may enter numbers. After the numbers, whenever it was completed, how the user knows that it has to be entered hash only means. So here we are going to write outside printer. Print, enter your values. Enter your values. And once entries are completed, click on hash. We'll write like this, so that the user will understand that. I think some of you have experienced this one. When you call to the customer care, they'll ask enter your register number or enter your date of birth at the end and click on the hash button. Why? Because when we are going to give the multiple digits now, otherwise choose 1, choose 2, choose 3, that one means only single digit. If they ask you to enter your date of birth, or if they ask you to enter the mobile number, or if they ask you to enter the some kind of ticket number, something like that, then it is going to be multiple digits. When you have entered the multiple digits, at the end they'll ask to click on the hash. Once your entries are completed, click on the hash. Why they'll ask the hash? Because what are the number you have added, every number will be appended. For example, in the mobile phone, when I'm calling to the customer care, they are asking me to enter your registered number. My registered number is 9123456789. This is my mobile number. Example. Okay. Now it is asking for me. Now how it will be done in the backend? Means first I'll enter the 1. This is my first digit. For that, second digit will be concatenated. For that, third digit will be concatenated. For that, fourth digit will be concatenated. Like that, all my numbers will be concatenated, and finally I will get my phone number, and that phone number finally it will be converted to int. And that register number they'll cross check whether this number and that number is same, then it will forward. If number is not matching, it will say that number was not matched. Please call from the registered mobile number. If and else. While loop is there, if and else is there, in that multiple programs are there. Okay. Now point is what? Here asking the user to enter the values. Once the entries are completed, we have to click on the hash. Now how we are going to understand this? So here we have written enter your values. Once values are completed, click on the hash. Now initial sum is equal to 0. Every time I'm going to do the sum is equal to sum plus n. Now if the opening only he has entered the hash, then no need to do the sum also, right? Sir, if I do the sum before I have to do a, after I have to do a. For example, opening only has entered hash. That possibility also is there. Not even one number he has entered. Opening only hash he has written. Then also it has to print sum is equal to 0. None of the number you have given, sum is 0. So hash is possible is there in the starting. So after that we are writing here, if it is not hash only, it has to do the sum. But the problem is, here we have written the eval. Eval means if the person enters the hash, eval will not accept. It will throw the error. Because hash is a string type. String will not be stored here now. In the eval is there miss. So here we should not use the eval. Then, sir, if it is not eval, for example, the person has entered possibilities. One by one, let us discuss. First only has entered the hash. Example number 1. Opening only has entered the hash. Break. It will break. Simple. I'll get the, what is the sum I'll write here? Outside I'll write the print. Print sum. What are the sum is there? I'll print the sum. Comma. Yes. Yes. Now opening only has written the hash. Hash means break. Print yes. What is S value? 0. Sum is 0. Okay. For hash it is accepted. Done. Example number 2. In this program only. Now the person has entered 25. Now S value will become the string 25. Since 25 is equal to hash? No. Now S is equal to S plus N. S value plus N. S value is what? 0 plus string 25. It is going to throw the error that type error. It will not support. Then what I have to do? So if I write here means first example will not satisfy. So that is the reason here I am going to write the eval of n. If it is non-hash only, you have to do the conversion into number. If it is hash, don't convert, directly break it. So now it is going to get executed. So enter your values. Once entries are completed, click on the hash. Now I'm going to enter the opening only hash. What happens? My sum is 0. Not even one number was entered. Now here I'm going to write the first number. What is the first number is? I'm going to write 0. Okay, or 10. Okay, after that 20. After that 90. After that again 20. Something I have written like this. Now what is the total? 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 20 is 30 plus 90 is 120, 120 plus 20 is 140. And I'm going to click on the hash. Sum is 140. Is the point is clear? And you want to see that print every time, then bring in this one inside. Every time it will show the sum. Is the point is clear? For example, assume in the DMart, the executive, what are the sales billing, in the billing counter, the person is entering the values one by one. He is barcode scanning. The moment he scans, first value will be entered. The moment he scans second number, second will be added. Third one will be added. Now, the person who went to the billing counter, he told that, I have brought only 500 rupees. Which are the total items are 500, stop there only. Till 500, you can continue. Point is clear? Now, so this one I'm bringing inside. Okay, first item was scanned 50 rupees. Second item was scanned, the sum is 75. Third item was scanned 300, 375. Fourth item was scanned and 124 something, 499. Now the executive will say that, sorry, it is already 499. Should I continue or should I stop? The person will say that stop means immediately he will click on the break and the bill will be printed up to 499. So every time the sum will be displayed further. The moment they scan that item, bottom the sum will be displayed, right? That sum display only, this is nothing but every time I want a sum. Bringing that one inside the loop, every time it will be printed. Yes. It will not show anything. Directly it will break. Sum also will not be there. Na? In that case, sum also will not be there. So whenever it breaks like that, the first value is hash. As per your question, first value is hash. In that case, it is going to break. Now here I am going to write the print. Okay. If I'll write the else part. What is else? Of course, for else will not be working now. So because infinite loop else will not work because automatically it has to break only. Okay, print. I'm going to write print. No item was entered. Is the point is clear? In that way, we are going to write. If it is either break or it is not breaking, so here I write like this. Else. Okay. Now, for example, opening only has printed hash. Here I write the point print, not even one item entered. Like that, you can write the as per your choice. Okay, in what way you are interested according to that. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? And why we have to write? If you have observed while writing this program, I have not started directly here. First I have started from here. This is my first line. After this line, how many times it has to be repeated? That is while true. I have written this line. After writing this line, then I told that sum is equal to sum plus n. For that initialization, I have done the sum is equal to 0. Then I have realized where it has to break. To break something, I have to enter. Like that, I have adjusted my program and finally we have executed. Directly, blindly, I have not written this line. Because I also don't know, as per the requirement, we are going to write the program. Clear, guys? Everyone? So always fix that. Python programs will not be fixed with a line to line perfectly as it is like that. First, we are going to write what is exact requirement. According to that, we are going to write one by one. Is the point is clear? Everyone understood, guys? Now, based on this example, I'm going to give the task for you right now. What is the task is? Everyone, please write your phone number in your notebook. No need to write in the chat box. Yeah, it is not compulsory. It is not compulsory, optional. If you write outside, will execute. If you don't write outside, will execute. Answer will remain same. Everyone, please write your phone number in your notes. In my case, my phone number is, this is the one. I'm not writing exact number. Okay. So here, what is the question is, do the sum of your phone number, sum of digits of your phone number. In your case, sum of digits of your phone number. In my case, 9 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus like this so on. The total is 54. So total is 54 means again 5 plus 4. What is 5 plus 4? 9. So till single digit, you have to do the total. Sir, for example, my number is 9, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is the total? 55. 55 means 2 digit number na 5 plus 5, 10. Again 2 digit number na 1. So I want a single digit total, your phone number. Everyone please write in the notes. Just write the phone number, write the total. Your phone number and what is the total you have got for your phone number, right? Your phone number in your notes. Done? Now, say for the same question, I want the program. Whatever you have done right now manually, I want the program for that. That's it. So just you have to ask the question. First, listen to the question clearly. You have to ask the user to enter the phone number. Okay, whether you use input function or Evola, that is your choice. How you are going to write, that is your choice. What is the requirement is, you have to ask the user to enter the phone number and he will enter the phone number. And it has to be printed only like this. Print sum of digits of your number is 9. Something like this. That's it. What it has to print? Only one line it has to print, and the entire phone number has to be taken at a single shot. Enter your first digit, enter your second digit, enter your third digit. You should not ask like this. You have to take the entire phone number in the single input. What are the rectangular box you are going to get? In that you have to enter complete at a time number you have to enter, and it has to give the output. Sum of digits of your phone number is like this. For example, you have got the number total is 55. For that again you are going to do the 10. If it is 2 digits, again it has to be converted to single digit. If it is 2 digits, it has to be converted. If it is 1 digit, directly write the program for that. Okay, using what? Using the concepts whatever we have discussed in the class. Till now, whatever we have discussed. Don't do the program using the for loop, because I have not explained for you the for loop. If you know the for loop also, you are not having the eligibility to do the for loop within whatever we have discussed. Okay, whoever the students knows before itself Python, don't use your user defined functions, inbuilt functions, or don't use the for loops, or don't use the any comprehensions or something advanced things, don't use. Within whatever I have discussed till now, in that only I want the answer. That is your task. No need to write right now after the class. Task. It is a task. Okay, sum of digits of your phone number is the task. Right? Now, let's move on to the next one called as for loops. Next concept name is for loop. Already I told you what is meant by loop. Loop means repeating the code. Repeating the code is called as loop. Now, loop means repeat the code. Okay, repeat the code is called as loop. What is meant by for? For means for each value. For each value in sequence. For each value in the sequence, repeat the code is called as for loop. For each value in the sequence. Okay, for each value in the sequence is called as for. Sir, now what is sequence? So here I am going to explain for you the sequence. For each value in the sequence. What is sequence? Sequence means string, list, tuple, set, dictionary. All of them comes under sequence other than int, float and boolean. For which one length function is applicable? For all these things, length function is applicable. For which one length function is applicable? For that, for loop is applicable. Length function is not applicable means for loop is not applicable. Okay. Concept is clear? Yes. So sequence means these are the things. For each value in the sequence. Yes. Amit, it will also come. We'll discuss one by one. If you wait for a few minutes, I'll only tell the things one by one. Okay. So string, list, tuple, set and dictionary. Okay. For all these things, we can add the for loop. Now, for example, string. String is equal to Python. Okay. Now, total how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Length is 6. Your length of S is 6. So, for each value, what is the value? first value is P, string P. For that, it will execute the code. For string Y, it will execute the code. For string T, it will execute the code. For string H, it will execute the code. For string 0, O, it will execute the code. For string N, it will execute the code. For each value inside the sequence, whatever you have provided, it will execute the code. What is the syntax? Syntax for loop. Syntax for loop. For the first word is for. Choice is yours. Any variable name of your choice in compulsory sequence. And inside that, you can write the block of code. What are the code you want to repeat? Write that one. It will be repeated. Okay. Sir, what is this variable name? I told you now. It will take first character P. It will be stored temporarily in this variable. For every value in the sequence, right? Every value temporarily will be stored in this variable. Now, example purpose, I am showing you here as an example. For I in S. Now for I in S means for I in S. What is S? Python. For I in Python means first I value will become the string P, execute the code. I value will the Y, execute the code. From the bottom, it will come back to this position. How in the while loop, it will come to the first position. Similarly, in the for loop also, what are the block of code you have written? From the last line, it will come to first position. Because it is a loop. How the while loop will work in the similar way. What are the block of code? From the last line of the block of code to first line of block of code, it will come like this. When the while loop will stop, when the condition phase, when the for loop will stop, when all the items in the sequence are completed. When all the items in the sequence are completed, for loop will stop. When condition phase, while loop will stop. If break is executed also, while will stop. If break is executed, for loop will stop. Common. Break is common in both the cases. Okay. So here simply I am writing like this. Loop. Okay. In the loop, we are having the first one is called as for loop, while loop, infinite loop. Okay. Whereas this is called as finite loop. Finite loop means limited number of times it will be executed. This is also finite loop. Whereas this is going to be the infinite loop. Infinite number of times. Loop means what? A repeat. How many times it will be repeated? Some certain number of times. Finite number, some number. So some number of times it will be repeated. Certain number of times it will be repeated. Infinite times it will be repeated. Syntax. For what are the variable name? Choice is yours. Any variable name you can choose. General, I will choose I. Okay. In sequence, you can write the block of code. Inside that, you are going to write the block of code. What are the block of code is there? You are going to write the block of code. Whereas this one, while condition, inside that, you are going to write the block of code. Inside this, while true, inside that block of code. What are the block of code is there? That block of code. Okay. Yes. Now, this is syntax. Okay. And each time it will repeat the block of code. How many times it will repeat means? Till all values in sequence. Till all values are in the sequence are completed, it repeats the block of code. It repeats block. What are the block of code is there? It is going to repeat. Till condition phase. till condition phase, it repeats block of code. What the block of code is there? The block of code will be repeated. Okay. Till break executes. Till break executes, it repeats block of code. Till all the values in the sequence are completed, it will repeat. This one will do like this and this one. Now, whereas for loop means, the meaning of for loop means for each value in sequence, repeat. This is called as for, this is called as loop. Repeat is called as loop, for is called as for each value in sequence. While means till condition satisfies. Till condition satisfies. That is true. Loop. Loop means what? A repeat. Till condition satisfies, a repeat. What is while true means? Infinite times repeat. Infinite times a repeat. So that is the reason it is called as infinite loop. Okay, till condition satisfies, repeat. For each value in the sequence, repeat. Infinite times repeat. What you will repeat? Whatever you have written inside, that will be repeated. Inside, not outside. Only inside will be repeated. Right? Next, when it stops. When it stops. When it stops means when items are completed. When all the values in sequence are completed, it stops. When all values in sequence are completed. When all the values in the sequence are completed, it will stop. Or break execute also, it will stop. Out of these two, one. Okay. When it stops means when all the values in the sequence, it will stops. When while loop will stop? When condition fails. Either it will stop when condition fails or break has to be executed. Out of these two. For this one, first option is not there. Only second option is break has to be executed. There is no other option. Break only has to be executed. Three of them like this. Is the point is clear, everyone? Now, a program. Sir, a program with what we have to select? For loop, while loop, infinite loop. Which one we have to select? Which one for your program is easy? That one you can go ahead. Sir, for a given question, I can do using this, by using this, by using this. Three of them I can do, sir. Then whichever you feel easy, go with that. For certain programs, we can do only one of them. For example, ask the user to enter the multiple times as the input value. How many times he is going to enter the value? I only don't know. I only don't know how many times you are going to ask the input function. How many times it has to be repeated? I only don't know. Then what is the option? Can you use the while loop or can you use for loop? In that case, 100% we have to go with the infinite loop only. Infinite loop will have the certain applications, certain programs are there, certain applications are there. When we don't know how many times we are going to repeat, this is the best option. For example, I'm going to give 2x plus 4x to the power of 6 plus log x, okay, minus e power minus 4x is equal to 20. What is the x value? And you have to do the trial and error method. Only trial and error method. My requirement, I'm saying clearly, trial and error method only you have to try. Now tell me how many x values you are going to try, miss? You know how many x values you are going to try? You also don't know, I also don't know. Then how we can write using the while loop? Obviously, it is going to be the infinite loop only. Whenever for a certain x value, LHS will be equal to RHS, we are going to stop. When it is going to be, I also don't know, na. First I'll start with some random value 2. I also don't know. Why I'm starting with the 2, don't ask. Random number. After that number, I will take the 3. If the error increasing, I will decrease this one. If error is decreasing, I'll increase this one according to that. I also don't know now which number I'm going to start. If I ask you to do the trial and error, how will you start? What is the first number you are going to select according to you? Somewhere you have to start, right? After that second number you have to try now. Based on first number and second number, when first number to second number, this is my first number, what I am going to try. This is my second number, what I am going to try. When compared to this number, the second number error is increasing. Error means the difference between the LHS and RHS is increasing. Then what I am going to do? If this number was increased and error also increased, both of them in the same direction, then I'll go in the opposite direction. Point is clear? Trial and error means that way only, right? We are going to do. This trial and error concept, whatever we are going to do now, most important. Why it is most important? Because we call it as tuning. Tuning means trying the different values. In the ML and AI, one of the most important word. Most means most. Okay, this word is most important. When we don't know the fixed value, we are going to purely depend on the trial and error. In maths, we call it as trial and error. In ML and AI, we call it as tuning. Tuning means trying the different values. And this tuning, what are this tuning is there? Optimization, we call it as. Optimization means getting the best solution for the given problem. Identifying the best solution for the given problem is called as optimization technique. What are the technique you are following? Finally, for what purpose you are doing everything is to get the best solution. So what are the technique you are following for the getting the best solution is called as optimization technique. And that is concept called as tuning, one of the most important. And that important concept will work on the infinite loop. But we are not going to use that one directly. We are not going to write the while true wherever we require. We are going to have the functions. Multiple functions will be there. That is the next concept which you are going to see. After the loops was completed, functions. Once you see the functions now, our life is in completely functions only. The day we start the functions, till the last day, including the agentic AI, functions only. Functions, functions, functions. Our work is functions. Total how many functions we are going to learn in this course means approximately 1500 plus functions we are going to learn. 1500. Sir, is that possible to remember miss? If you practice every day, it is possible. If you don't practice now, it is not possible. So obviously, whenever I start the functions, you have to bring one separate notebook separately. Don't write in the last page because that book automatically will be completed. Again, you have to purchase the new book. 100%. What are the 200 pages book you have brought on the day one? Na? If you are really practicing every day, you are writing complete notes, whatever I am discussing. Okay, these books are going to be 6 books minimum. Minimum. The more you practice, the number increases. If less than 6 books you are not having missed by end of this course, you have not practiced properly or you have not written the notes properly. Okay, minimum 6 books will complete. That is only blindly you can remember. Whatever I am explaining, if you write everything. Okay, multiple books you are going to use. Okay, don't purchase, sir, should I purchase 1200 page? No need. Example. Okay, so let us continue the same. Now coming to the back point of this one, what are the for loop is there? For each value, we are going to execute. Now, first I value will become the P and it is going to execute the program. So print I, I'm asking the I value. What is the first I value? P. It will print the P. After that, it will go from here to here. Now, what is the latest I value? Y. Again, Y will be printed. Again, I value is T. T will be printed. H will be printed. O will be printed. N will be printed. For each value, it will be printed. Okay. Now, for example, list I am taking. The next example is list 1, 2, 3, 4, something. Or 10. Okay. 10. Again 4. 25. Something I have taken like this. Okay. For I in L. For I in L. Sir, every time I only, that is my choice. Generally, whenever I write the for loop, my favorite is I will write like this. There is no rule like that. If you write something J also, if you write K also, if you write S also, no problem. What are the variable name you are interested, write that. Generally, I will choose here I. For while loop, I will choose the X. X is equal to 0 while X is less than or this X letter I will choose. For loop, I will choose I. Why means there is nothing reason. I have practiced for multiple times with that. Nothing reason is there. Okay, which are the variable name you are interested, go with that. Okay. Now, sir, can we say each value in the case of string? Can't it print directly Python or how it print the boxes? First value it will print, again it will go to the next one. The moment the first time it has printed, first program was completed. One time execution was completed. This is your second program. Second program is second iteration. While third one, fourth one like that. Each of them. So here, if you observe in the Python, within the print function, here you are having the end is equal to /n. What is end is equal to /n? This once you have printed, end it. Next print should be next line. Once print was completed, something you have written. Inside that, what is there? Forget. Something you have printed. Second print, once again you are doing this, it has to be done in the second line only, not in the same line. Because end is next line. By default, it will go to the next line. No, sir, I want something like this. End should not be that one. End should be something like this. End is equal to space. I'm going to give the space. Now, you are going to get. No, sir, that one also not required. This is first print. After the second print was happened side, third print was happened side, fourth print was happened side, like that. Side by side print. You want line by line print with this one. Sir, I want /t, that is tab space. For each print, tab should be there. /t will give the tab space. Okay. After one, which one you want to print? By default, first time once it has printed, next print will be done in the next line. That is the default. Your question is clear? Anupam. Next, difficult 50 number is a big count, right? Which one? Which 50 number? Lokesh, I didn't understand your question. Oh, for functions. You are saying the total number of functions. It is not a difficult one. Because once you start practicing now, you will say all these things are really put only. Okay. I will tell you one of the technique later, right? Not right now. I will tell you tomorrow, once the class was completed, I will tell you the technique. If you follow that technique, 100% you will feel the subject as easy. If you want, you can try that technique only for 1 or 2 days. What are the technique I am going to say to you tomorrow? For the students who are preparing for the first time AI, and that too, they have to feel the AI subject very easy. From my perspective, I will tell you the technique. That technique, if you follow, if it is working for you, continue. If it is not working for you, ignore and go with your regular technique. Just I will give the suggestion only. It is not compulsory, you have to follow. Right? Now, for I in L, I am going to print the I value. Print I value. What is the first I value? 1. What is the second I value? 2. Next I value? 3. Next one is 4, 10, 4 and 25. Now earlier we have done one program here. If you see sum of numbers in the list, we have written this program using the while loop. Now the same program, this is the list was given. And this is the same list was given for me. And I have to do the sum of the numbers. Now earlier I have done through indexing. But now I have no need to do the indexing. Directly I can take the var. With while loop, you have to take extract something, means directly you cannot take. What is the difference between the while loop versus this one? While loop purely works on the condition based. But for loop, directly it will work on the value based. So it will directly take the value. First value what? 10. It will take the 10 directly. You know to write L of 0 for that. Okay, directly it will take the 10. So S is equal to S plus N. I mean S plus I. Here I. Now what is the initial S value? 0. S is equal to 0 and it is going to take first value 10. 10 will be added and every time I'm going to print the S. Print S. Now see what is the difference you have observed between these two? In this and in this, output is same, as it is same output. There is no minute difference in the output. Then what is the difference in the code? This is input, question. This is also input, question. What are the question is there? That is the question. We can't change this. So here, instead of writing this while loop, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to x plus 1, this everything was converted to simply for in one line. 3 lines was converted to one line. This line, this line, this line. These 3 are converted to this line. This line is common. This line is common. This line is common. Only these 3 lines are converted to one line lines. That's it. Is the point is clear? Sir, for this example, while loop is best or for loop is best or miss? Comparatively, for loop is easy. Comparatively. No, sir, while loop is also easy, miss. Go with that. No restriction. Whichever you feel easy, that is the best option. Points are clear, guys? So every program, whatever you can write with the while loop, every program can be written with the for loop also. Lines will increase or decrease or that will be decided. I'm not going to say that every while loop shortcut is for loop. Then what is the use of creating while loop then? If always for loop only is always better, then what is the purpose of creating while? What is the purpose? Then why to discuss? For example, though they have created also unimportant, then why I have to explain for you? I only know the answer now, unimportant. Why I have explained for you? Means certain programs will be there where this will be important. Certain programs will be there where this will be important. If it is unimportant, I will only not tell you. Remember this one. I have not told you, miss, that is not important for our role. Important, miss, I will not skip that one. Is the point is clear? Now coming back. So this is the for loop for each value. So the same logic will be applied for the tuple for each value in the tuple. For example, tuple you are having something like this 1, 2, 3, 4, something. For I in T, print I. Print I value. So you are going to get the output one by one. Right? Now when it comes to the set also 10, 20, 10, 10, 40 and 10. Something I have written. Now, sir, for I in yes, now how it will be considered? It will not take yours. It will take what it has stored. Okay. Here S value, whatever the I values are there, I values will not be considered in your order. In what order it has stored. Sir, whenever you are considering the sets, always you have to cross-check your S value first. So now, for example, this is my S value. S value was stored in what way? 40, 10, 20. Now for I in S, if I write print S, I mean print I, what is the first I value? 40. What is the second I value? 10. What is the third I value? 20. It is going to print like this. Sir, like same question when we are having in the tuple, that problem is not there, no sir. Because certain tuple, that difference we know, right? For example, if this is the same as tuple, in the tuple we are not having the problem. It is going to take whatever your order, it will take the order and that too, duplicates also will be accepted and it will give in the same order. But when it comes to the set now, automatically the order will be changed. In what order it has stored. This is as per you. You have executed. You have executed. But inside the yes, how it will be stored? 10, 20 and 40 only now. That too in which order it will store? Random order, na? So simple. Is the point is clear? When it comes to the set, always remember order is not important. Values are only important. It may print sometimes 10, 20, 40. It might print 40, 10, 20. Sir, when I have executed, it is giving the 40, 20, 10, sir. Set means only random, right? Random means randomly it will give. But all the values it will give. Order is not important. Okay, whenever it comes to the set, remember that order is not important. It may give in the any order. Just cross check all your values are there or not, you cross check. Order is not important. Coming to the dictionary. Next one is dictionary. When it comes to the dictionary, I am writing here A colon 1. Next B colon 2. Something I have taken the dictionary lines. For I in D. For I in D. Now what is the I value it is going to take? By default, if you don't give anything, okay, and if you ask the print I, the I values it will take by default keys. By default, it will take the keys. Sir, it has to take the values. Then you have to write clearly dot values. D dot values. What is D dot values? Dictionary dot values will take the values. That is nothing but 1, 2. If you write D dot keys, by default, this will take the keys. So whenever it comes to the dictionary, don't forget to write the dot keys, dot values. When it comes to the set, don't forget that it will not store in the order. Remember these points. Is that clear, everyone? Why repetition is not given in the output, sir? Abhi, sets will not store the duplicates, right? We already discussed the sets. Yes. D dot items. D dot items. Then what here for I in D dot keys. Whenever we write the D dot keys, automatically this will be replaced with the list of A comma B. Now automatically I will become the first A, I will become the B. Done? Now whenever you write the for I in D dot values, automatically this will be replaced with the 1, 2. So first I value is 1, second I value is 2. Now whenever you have written for I in D dot items, what is D dot items basically? List of tuples. In the tuples A comma 1, next tuple is B comma 2, right? This is the one. Now what is the I value? This entire tuple. Entire tuple is the I value. Entire tuple. The first value is this one, second value is this one. So whenever you write the tuples here items, whenever you write the items, first it will take the first I value as tuple of A comma 1. Second I value will become the tuple of B comma 2. Here the first I value will become the A, second I value will become the B. First I value 1, second I value 2. According to that, it is going to print. Is the point is clear? So tuple it will take. For example, list is there. 1, 2, list of 4, 5, 10. Now, if this is L, now for I in L, if I ask, what is the first I value? 1. What is the second I value? 2. What is the third I value? List of 4, 5. It will not take 4, it will not take 5. Why, sir? Because whenever you have written like this, what is the object it is going to store? 1, 2, list of 4, 5, 10. 0, 1, 2, 3. So total how many items are there? 4 items are there. 4 times only the loop will be executed. Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sir. It is not 5. Length function, what it will give? Length of L is 4. So whatever the length function is given, that length function only it is going to execute that many number of times. So next I value will become the 10. Point is clear, this point, everyone? So whatever the value is there inside the rectangular box, it will take that and it will execute. Inside the rectangular box, whatever the value is there, it will take that value and execute the code. For the strings, for the list, for the tuple, rectangular box automatically will be there, as we know. And how that rectangular box will be created, how that values will be stored, and what this is called as nested list. All these things we have completed in the list concept, right? So it is going to take the whatever the list items are there, it will take that one, not internal to internal to internal, something. Okay, is the point is clear? Everyone? Yes or no? Till now, whatever we have discussed, right? And now, earlier I have told you one task. What is the task? Sum of digits of your phone number. Now, second task, question number 2. There is a list. In the list 10, 10, 20, 10, 40, 50 is there. Remove all the 10s by keeping the same order. Order should be the same, but 10s has to be removed. All the 10s. If you write list dot remove of 10, what happens? First the occurrence will be removed. But what is my question? All the 10s has to be removed. At the same time, order should not be changed. SRK is there, 14 is there, true is there, right? This one also. SRK 14 and true. Add this one also, please. What is my question? Remove all the 10s. Sir, very simple, sir. Convert this one to set. Set means automatically duplicates will be removed. For that set, whatever you are having, set dot remove of 10. Already duplicates are removed. Now only 110 will be there. That too 110 also removed. Now what are the set is there? Convert this one to list, sir. Order will change now, sir. Whenever you convert it to set, automatically order will change. But order should not change, but all the 10s has to be removed. Write the program. That program will be possible only with the loop concept. Now you can use the for loop or while loop. Choice is yours. For loop was not completed, guys. For loop was not completed. If you are feeling that for loop is not completed, nested loop is also not completed. Still we have to continue. Okay. You can do with this one also with the while loop. Choice is yours. No, sir, I will try with the for loop means choice is yours. Whichever the way you are interested, go with that. 2 questions. Question number 1, question number 2. And tomorrow I'm going to share, I'll complete the next concept for loop related examples and along with the nested loop. And there is a word called as continue. So tomorrow we are going to see, first one is range function. What is this? Tomorrow we are going to see. Tomorrow's this one. Okay, next class. Okay, range function and some examples from the for loop. Okay, next I'll explain for you what is meant by continue. And within the for loop, I'll show with one example how the break will be executed. Obviously, you know, while loop how it executes, for loop also same way. For loop with break, for loop with the continue. There is one more board called as continue. And we are also having the next one is called as for loop with else. How you are having the while loop with yes, same way for loop with yes. And nested loop. Nested loop means within the for one more for or within the for while, within the while for like this, any combination. So these are the things which we are going to discuss in the next class, and with that loops concept will be completed. And once the loop is completed, next we'll move on to the functions. In the functions, we are having the 3 types are there. One is called as user defined. Second one is called as inbuilt, which are already available in the Python. And the third one is called as module functions or library functions, where these 2 are more important for us. Okay, in the we know that GenAI with Python. GenAI with Python means that will be completed by using one library. That library name is called as OpenAI. That is the library name. Within the OpenAI, there is a function. What is that function is? That one only we are going to discuss. So like that, we are going to discuss the multiple functions from multiple modules, different functions. right? This is the next class. This is next class. After that, this is the next class, followed by modules is the next class. In that modules only, we are going to learn multiple modules. One is NumPy module, Pandas module, okay, sklearn module, the TensorFlow module. Like this, we are going to learn approximately 30 plus modules. We are going to learn 30 modules, 30 libraries which are related to Python. I'm sorry, related to Gen and Agentic AI role. 30 libraries. Okay. In these 30 libraries, what are the various functions? 1500 functions. Okay. Easy and difficult term is one of the dead easiest AI. According to me, one of the most easiest subject. Why, sir, miss? Because I'm AI trainer. I have explained the AI for multiple times. Reason is very simple. Repeatedly, I have explained now. Automatically, more times I repeated, more times I have practiced. More times I have practiced, automatically it is easy for me. Logic is simple. If I am also listening only for one time, that is not easy for me. When first time my trainer has explained for me, I have not felt easy. Today I am feeling easy. What is the difference between first time to today, miss? Repeating. A plus B whole square formula. What is the A plus B whole square formula, guys? Everyone knows now? Same question, you go and ask the student who is first time you are explaining A plus B whole square, explain for one time, and you ask him to repeat. His reaction. See his reaction. You will say that, hey, it is easy, no, na. Hey, A plus B whole square, very simple, right? A square, B square, 2AB. That's it. Simple. That is for whom? For you, it is easy. First time explain for that, you will not say easy. What is the difference between that person to you, miss? You practice for multiple times. Same way, tell me the formula for A plus B whole for 5 guys. Fastly, everyone. A plus B whole cube. A cube plus B cube plus 3A square B plus 3AB square. A plus B whole power 4. Tell me. Why you not tell? Because you have not practiced that many times. These two you practice for multiple times. Than this one you have practiced more number of times. Simple. Indirectly, practice makes man perfect. We at the end, that is the answer. Right? The more the number of times whichever we practice, that is easy for us. Okay? And other name of practice is called as experience. In IT industry, we call it as experience. Basically, what is experience, miss? 4 years I am working in AI. What is the meaning of 4 years in AI, miss? 4 years I am practicing AI concepts in the company. That is the actual meaning. Okay? Done? Let's continue tomorrow.